Hello and welcome! Today we're going to be talking about Fox and the Hound, a film that I avoided for the longest time because I heard how sad it was. And you know that me and sad movies do not mesh well.
After 4 years in the making, Walt Disney Productions proudly announces a milestone in entertainment. Our 20th fully animated motion picture, The Fox and the Hound.
The Fox and the Hound was released in 1981. I really admire the animation. It is very classic looking and it does look more like a piece of art, and it has a lot of the nice resemblance to the older films that we started out with in the Disney history books. And honestly, the animation and the characters, because of the fact the animals reminded me a lot of the characters from Song of the South. I know we haven't fully seen everything from Song of the South, but there's an owl called Big Mama, who's played by Pearl Bailey, and she is really sweet and nurturing, but I feel like at the same time she would fit in so well with the Song of the South world. And it's not really a resemblance, but these characters would fit in so well with that world more so. So there is that nice connection between them, even though it doesn't have anything to do with each other film. It could have worked either way, and that's the cool thing about it, that I like that these characters could kind of cross over between the worlds. That's my point.
Oh, Big Mama, I know Copper would never track me down. Well, Copper, he's my best friend.
Oh, your best friend. Now, Copper's gonna do what he's been told. Suppose to chase a little fox in the old foxhole. Then along comes a hunter with a buckshot load. Kablam! Elimination.
Once again, we do have a really large cast of people, all-star cast. We have Kurt Russell, who plays Copper, and Kurt Russell is a really big Disney legend. We are going to be talking about a couple more of his films as we continue onwards. Copper, when he was young, was played by Corey Feldman, who was a really big star in the 80s. Today, not so much, but I want to mention him because he was really big back then.
We got nothing to lose, so baby, baby, let's go for it. Oh, let's go for it. There's dirt in the sky, ain't no goal that's too high.
Then we have Mickey Rooney, who is also a really famous person as well. And again, we're going to be talking about more of his films later on. He plays the fox. Todd. To think of his name. He plays Todd the fox. And I really like them together. I love Todd the fox. He's very sweet. And it's a shame what happens. How people are really cruel. And the hunter dude, I don't remember his name. He's the worst character of them all.
Look out. Here it comes.
Just like everything else, it's a very simple plot. I've realized a lot of these films, they have a very simple plot and the animation is just a story. You see everything happen in more of a real-time scenario, but there's not too much happening, but there's still progression going on. So we see the fox and the hound are growing up. The fox, Todd, gets adopted by this wonderful woman who works on a farm, and she takes him in, but yet her neighbor is this hunter dude who is training Copper to be a hunting dog and hunt foxes. But yet they end up befriending each other when they're puppies. Well, fox, whatever the young fox is, and a puppy when they're kids. They say they're gonna be friends forever.
Copper, you're my very best friend.
Nope.
And you're mine too, Todd.
No, you're not.
And we'll always be friends forever, won't we?
No, you're not.
Yeah, forever.
No. It's very similar to Bambi, where hibernation happens and the animals separate away from each other. They don't see each other for months, and then they come back all grown up and everything has changed. Copper has been fully trained to be a full hunting dog, and he's one of the best hunting dogs that the owner has had. And Todd has just been living life as a fox, totally in peace, and Copper is now wanting to kill Todd because that was what he was trained to do. So this is where it becomes a little bit sad. She has to abandon Todd and leave him in the forest because she shouldn't be keeping him as a pet. And I cried because I felt terrible. But it's not all terrible because he ends up meeting Vixie, who is another fox, and they become a couple together.
Hi, Big Mama.
Oh, it's you, Vixie.
Hey, what brings you way out here?
I'm looking for a fox named Todd. He's new here in the forest.
Oh, new? Well, what does he look like?
Oh, he's young, about your age. And handsome.
Handsome? Oh, say, gee, he sure sounds nice. I'm not doing anything. I'll help you find him.
Come along, honey. He's got to be around here somewhere.
So that's a little similarity to Bambi as well, but I guess with you having forest animals, it can lead to similarities. They have to work together to fight off Copper and his owner so they can save themselves, and there's some dirty tricks going on.
All the excitement of Disney's famous action animation is yours again in this major entertainment event.
A bear gets in the way, almost kills the owner. I wish he did, but he doesn't. And the Todd and Copper end up saving each other from dying, and therefore when the owner wants to shoot Todd, Copper actually stands up and is like, no, don't do it. So their lives are saved. And at the end, Copper reminisces about how they're gonna be friends forever. But in reality, they're not. They're not. Because you still have the owner wanting to shoot this fox. He's not gonna know that's the same fox. He's gonna think it's a different fox. So it's kind of a sad ending. It's a really, really terrible, sad film when it comes to the reality check of it. It is a really well done film though. The animation's wonderful of it, and it has a good storyline. It is a very serious film for a change. There was a sequel that came out in 2006. It was straight to video sequel. So I don't know much about it, but it's interesting that they did continue on with it.
One classic Disney movie showed us the magic of everlasting friendship.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd. My name's Copper. I'm a hound dog.
And now,
We'll always be friends forever. Forever.
the story that critics call absolutely marvelous continues. Walt Disney Pictures presents The Fox and the Hound 2, an all-new motion picture.
Come on, kid, sing with us.
Hoo, 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 hoo.
Welcome to the band, kid.
Tomorrow we're going to continue on and talk about The Great Mouse Detective. And I'm a little excited about that one. That one's cool. So stay tuned, and as always, I hope you have a magical day, and I'll see you real soon.